Alright, so this is a review reaction on BKCHAT episode or BKCHAT season 5, episode 8. The headline is can't stand a man who earns less. However, let's get into it too deep. The description is gender roles in the household, who should bring the money home, who is the breadwinner. What I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the actual question.
Okay, my wife makes 3 times more than I do a month. You think I'm embarrassed? You think I'm hurt? Not being the breadwinner? Not one bit. I do the dishes like a good little husband I am. Thoughts?
My thought on that is if that's how he wants to live his life, that's on you. If you genuinely are happy, that is on you. Now here's the thing though. Here's the thing. If it's a situation where now he feels away because he's being mistreated. So this is why it gets in a situation where we don't know what the situation is, isn't it? But let me break down something real quick as well, because it's hard to really answer that. How can I put it? I'm gonna put it this way, yeah. If you're a man, if you want respect from your woman, yeah, if you want her to be submissive and all that stuff there, and you want her to follow your lead, the best thing I can suggest to you is this. You should not be a house husband, bruv. I'm not saying don't do things around the house. No, I'm not saying that. Yeah, you can still do dishes now and again. Do you know what I mean? It's no big deal. Yeah, but to stay at home just because she's earning 3 times more. Nah, if she's earning 3 times more, cool. You know what? You have to say, you know what? Let's kick up this testosterone in me, and I've got to make sure that I am earning 6 times more. I know it sounds wild. I know it may seem impossible, but at the end of the day, you got to be earning more than your babes, innit? It is what it is. And if you're married, then you know what time it is, bruv. Because eventually, do you know what I mean? She will start walking all over you. She will start mistreating you. Like, it's hard to explain why there is that dynamic where, you know, if someone has more money in a relationship, do you know what I mean? Like they could, you know what I mean? It's like, it's hard to explain, but obviously, even if you do feel like you got, well, that you wouldn't, would you? I'm gonna say if you have an aura where you feel like you're masculine, but you're not a masculine man if your woman's earning more than you, 3 times more than you, and you're just happy to stay at home. Like, it's different if, do you know what I mean? If you're both earning, do you know what I mean? And she just suddenly got a pay increase or whatever, then it's a situation where, how do I even break this down? This is a wild situation. It's actually wild. Because I don't know that situation personally. I don't know, do you know what I mean, what she did to get that pay increase. I don't know what this guy actually does for a living. You know what I mean? Like, but I will say this: if you want your woman to respect you, and you're a man watching this, and you want her to follow your lead and be submissive, yeah, then you have to earn more. You have to play the position of being an actual leader in that relationship. Every woman, whether they want to deny it or not, yeah, they want a man that leads, yeah. They want a man that they can look up to in every department, yeah, financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, yeah. They want, listen, let me tell you something from experience, yeah. When women have come to me, yeah, and I'm not just saying, if I'm in a situationship or in a relationship, I'm talking from that angle. Not talking about friendship. No. Forget that. When they come to me for advice on something that is got nothing to do with relationships, nothing to do with dating, but to do with their career or their business or whatever the case is, do you know how good that feels? Like, it makes you feel empowered. It makes you feel like, because it's like you can guide their situation. Do you know what I mean? Especially if they're following your advice or your suggestions or whatever the case is. You feel like, I'm telling you, the feeling's amazing. It's amazing. Like, it's amazing. I don't know how to explain it other than it's amazing. Like, so if you want that feeling, then you gotta step up your game as a man. Even me, I'm still developing more as a man in it. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm the ultimate masculine man or the ultimate alpha male in it. I'm just gonna get me, like, forget the labels. Like, all I'm gonna say is I want to develop more as a man. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna do whatever it takes to be what I need to be in it. To do what, get me? Do whatever it takes that is morally and ethically right. And one of the things is making sure that I am in a financial position where I am earning more. Yeah. Now, this is where it gets techie in this particular episode. All of a sudden, it seemed like people were attacking Ikra. That name? Ikra. Yeah, Ikra. Now, credit to her for saying what she prefers and what she wants. Yeah. And credit to her. But I genuinely believe how, they approached it, how they approached Ikra in that situation. I think it was a bit foul, and I don't think people understand it. What they should have said was this: cool, you want to be a housewife. However, what do you think, or what is your idea of a housewife? You see what I mean? Because I think one of them asks, "Oh, what do you bring to the table?" See, that's the thing. If you're asking already, what does she bring to the table, and she wants to be a housewife, come on, like, that is what she brings to the table. Being a housewife. If you understand if you understand what a housewife is and what they do, you know what they bring to the table. You actually know what they bring to the table. You ain't gonna ask nothing. You will see it with your own two eyes. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you will see it. However, with Ikra, yeah, as she kept on talking, her ignorance was just kept on flying out her mouth. And that's not her fault, yeah? I'm not even going to blame her for having that level of ignorance in terms of housework. Like, because it's a thing of, you don't know what people are taught when it comes to these type of situations. So I'm not going to blame her on that. You feel what I'm saying? But I will say is, at the end of the day, what she wanted, or I don't know if she still wants it, but what she wanted in this video, what she was saying is, basically she wanted a sugar daddy, basically, or her dad, and I'm not trying to be rude there, and I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Or a sugar daddy, like, because if you're not gonna cook, you're not gonna clean. How can you be a housewife? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? How can you be a housewife if you're not going to cook or clean? And then I think someone wants to ask, would you be a third housewife or whatever the case is? Even if you become a third housewife and you're in a polygamous marriage or a polygamous relationship or open marriage, yeah, either one of them, guess what? To be a housewife, you still got to do housewife duties. It's like saying, let me think of a role. It's like saying you're a teacher, yeah, but you don't teach. How are you a teacher? What? Because you got qualifications to say that you're a teacher? No, you're qualified to be a teacher, but you're not a teacher. Do you see what I'm saying? You're not an active teacher or whatever the case may be. Although that can kind of be a techie situation. So that was a wrong analogy or whatever you want to call it. Maybe go think of another one. Let's just say you're a business owner. Ikra, yeah, we're talking about Ikra here because he says you have to go online business, whatever. So the same thing I said in a different video. No. You do not. There's a difference between literally owning an online business and having sponsors or whatever you want to call them. Or do you know what I mean? Or people are literally only paying you to promote their products or promote their services and stuff of that nature. That's not really business. Do you know what I mean? You could, it's, there's a thin line between saying business, but that's just more like, you could say self-employment work. Do you know what I mean? But a business is literally where you have a group of, anyway, let's not go into details of what a business is. But you get the point I'm trying to make, yeah? So the point is, in regards to this situation with Ikra being, or let me not just use Ikra's name like that. But the point is, if you're going to be a third housewife, yeah, and let's say you don't know how to cook or clean, fine. But you still have to bring something to the table. And what you're going to bring to the table, yeah, this is what you're going to bring to the table as a third or fourth wife, yeah, if you can't cook or clean yet. Yeah, what you're going to bring to the table is you are going to assist, yeah, the food and the drinks and all that stuff there. That's what you're going to bring to the table. Do you see what I'm saying? Assist, yeah? You got to be the assist queen, yeah? You see, like in I don't know if some of you women are watching this. I don't know if you watch football. Some of you do, innit? So, if you know this player, you know this player. One of the king of assists. Actually, I'm going to do a football analogy. That's a bit of a weird one. Actually, yeah, I could do that. Because, no. Let me not do that analogy. But the point I'm trying to make is you have to assist. And what I mean by that in assisting, bringing bringing the food to the table. You know what I mean? So you're not cooking, you're not cleaning. All right, boom. Assist by bringing a mop to the other wife. Assist by, going to the shop to buy products or ingredients to cook and clean the house. Or assist by whatever food is being cooked, bring that to the table. Do you see what I mean? Like, it is what it is. You have to do something. You can't just expect a man you can't expect to marry someone, or a guy, and he's gonna pay for your quote unquote lifestyle. That don't make sense. I'm being genuine here. It don't make sense. Like, it's a thing. It's such an entitlement attitude, yeah, to think because you're not gonna bring anything to the table, or you're not gonna do anything other than just think that your prettiness is gonna cut it. Listen, let me tell you something. Especially if you're a woman watching this, and even if you're a man watching this, yeah, prettiness fades. Women's bodies, from time to time, they fluctuate. Yeah, men's bodies fluctuate too. Don't get it twisted, but they fluctuate. Yeah, they end up becoming unattractive to you. It happens. You may not like what I'm saying, but it's just facts. I'm not saying to leave them if they get that way. No, obviously you do the right thing to get them back to the size or whatever the case is, or do you know what I mean? Making sure that they're in a certain way that you find more appealing. Yeah, cool. But at the end of the day, it's toxic femininity to think, yeah, that a woman can literally live off a man's earnings and say that she's a housewife and you don't cook or clean or not even assist. I'm not saying that. Listen, if you want a guy to pay for your lifestyle, cool. Yeah, there's plenty of simps, yeah, that are out there that will do that for you. Yeah. But they're not gonna marry you. In fact, they probably would actually, let's be real. But at the same time, as soon as they find out and they wake up, they man up, oh, they're gonna leave you. And if you say, okay, that's fine, you get someone else, eventually you're gonna get tired of that. Listen, prevention is better than curing it. Simple as that. Anyway, But yeah, other than that, there were a few good points that some people made, like Lani, even though she was saying some things like, oh, you know, um they from what she was saying, I get what she was saying in it. Like she was saying some correct information about how the woman would view a man. Yeah. And she said in previous episodes, um, I don't know if it was this season, probably it was, I can't remember, but I remember there's been a few episodes where she has mentioned that she wants an alpha male, she wants someone that dominates her. And it's funny when you think about it, because you're thinking, wait, Lani, do you know what I mean? Like she looks like she's just that. I can tell, yeah, that Lani is feminine as, you know what I mean? But yeah, I know she's loud as a motorbike. Like she is loud, yeah. But listen, that's all. I don't want to. Obviously, I don't know her personally yet, but I'm just saying, the reality of life is, you know what I mean? Like she's basically the way I look at her, yeah. She's more of She like the Vicky Pollard of the UK, basically. That's the only way I can explain her. She's the Vicky Pollard. Is that her name? You know, New York. Get me? Like the queen of reality TV in the US. I'll throw up a picture. Get me? That's what. Maybe I'm wrong for making a comparison, but you let me know who she reminds me of. Leave your answer in the comment section below. But yeah, I don't make this video any longer than it needs to be. But long story short, it's just one of them things where you know it's okay if you're a woman that wants to be a housewife. There's nothing wrong with that. But make sure you understand what it takes to be a housewife. Yeah, and if you're a man as well, you want a housewife. Learn what it takes to be a man, yeah, or a husband to attract a housewife to make sure that she continues being a housewife. You see what I'm saying? So you don't attract someone like what Ikra wants. You know what I mean? Where she only wants to live off your earnings. You see what I mean? So it's a thing of, and I'm not saying it's such a techie one because I'm not saying that a husband doesn't pay for his family because they do, but it's a situation where everyone plays a role, everyone plays a part. You see what I mean? If you're a man watching this, you will get this football analogy. If you don't, you're lost, unfortunately. However, what I say is this: you've got a team, right? Obviously, team plays oppositions, and you know they have to select the best side, innit? The manager has to select the best team to play on that day, right? And everyone has a position. You've got the goalkeeper, you got the left back, depending on the formation, because you could do a 3-5-2 or 4-4-2, depending on the formation or the tactics. Get me? But we won't go too deep into that. Yeah, maybe I can explain the polygamy situation and do a formation type of thing so you can understand that. That's a different level. That's more advanced. But with this situation, it's like, right, okay, well, you got the goalkeeper, they're playing their role. The one thing that's always going to happen in football matches, you got the goalkeeper and you obviously got the attacking player, right? Yeah, whether they're a false number 9 or you got two strikers playing, you know what I mean? Either one playing behind the other or playing side by side. You know what I mean? And then obviously you got the midfielder, you got the defensive midfielder, you got the attacking midfielder, you got the wingers. You know what I mean? And what's the job of the goalkeeper? Get me? Leave your answer in the comment section below. What's the job of the defenders? Yeah, whether the centre back, left back, right back. What's their goal? Leave your answer in the comment section below. What's the role of the midfielders? Whether they're left wing back, right wing back. Technically, that's a right wing back is more of defensive as well, but they're also attacking as well. But that's a different formation in it. But wingers, left winger, right winger, you know, centre mid, centre defensive mid. What's their role as? You know what I mean? What's their role? What's their position in the team? Leave your answer in the comment section below. Yeah, and then the actual attacker, the strikers. What's their goal? What's their goal? Obviously, I just gave you the clue. Their goal is to score the goal. You know what I mean? They can only genuinely score goals. If they can do what Hazard did, like to Arsenal all them years ago. Like that was hilarious. He made them drop. He made that guy drop. That was hilarious. But anyway, you know what I mean? Even Asamoah Gyan did something similar years ago. I think was it in the World Cup or the Africa Cup of Nations? I can't remember. Like even no, Nwaka Kanu, I remember, yeah. He I don't think he scored though, but he bust 1-2 skill in each half from what I saw, from what I remember, most Nigeria versus Jamaica, right? I was fortunate to see that match live, get me in a presidential suite, you know what I'm saying? In Jamaica. Kind of an odd one, get me, Nigerian, but like my foster family are Jamaican, so it's like, and anyway, let's not get into that situation. But like, yeah, so anyway, his goal was to obviously, you know, to try and score goals, innit? Now the problem with not even a problem. So what I'm trying to say with this situation is they all have roles to play. Do you see what I'm saying? And more time when the team wins, it's because of what? The team playing well. Everyone playing their role. Even I don't know if whether you're a Chelsea fan or not, but one thing what I noticed when I was watching the highlights especially, 'cause I couldn't even watch the actual final live in the Champions League, they played like a unit. Like everyone played their role. Everyone. Like even though it was the defender's job to defend, guess what? The midfielders did their job trying to defend. Even the attackers, they did their job trying to defend. Everyone did their job. Do you see what I'm saying? Or they did their jobs for them. But at the same time, they still did their own jobs. Notice, yeah? Look at this. The assist, the goal that was scored, the only goal that was scored, yeah, was from Havertz. But guess how that goal was scored? It was through Mason Mount, yeah, assisting Havertz. You know why that happened? Because Mason Mount knows his job role. Havertz knows his job role. There you go. So at the end of the day, they know each other's role. So they're able to work as a team properly to achieve their goal. And they achieved their goal of scoring that goal and ultimately winning the Champions League at their young age. So the point I'm trying to make is, before we get out of it, because this is over 24 minutes, you have to understand the role of being a husband or being a man, right? First and foremost, being a man, a masculine man. Then you have to understand the role of what a housewife is, yeah? And naturally, you're going to attract a housewife. And if you're a woman watching this and you probably got lost in translation when it comes to this football talk, don't worry, I got you. Look, at the end of the day, you have to also learn exactly the true traits and what of a woman and stuff like that, but also understand what a housewife is and whether it's for you. Because look, to be real with you, the life that we live, or the era that we're living in, I don't want to say the era that we're living in, but the truth of the matter is, you can be a career woman if you want to be, that's fine. But ultimately, if you have kids, I strongly recommend you might as well not get a nanny. See, don't do that. Get a second woman in the house, like in terms of them being the next, like the second wife or the second girlfriend or whatever the case is. The reason why I say that, because then it could be their job to nurture the children. Do you see what I mean? While you're off doing your career thing. Like even Beyonce, I swear it was in a magazine interview recently where she mentioned that she wants to more or less now, like more or less kind of retire so she can look after her children, spend more time with them. You see what I mean? That says it all. That speaks more volumes. Where she could easily hire a nanny, right? Or she could easily just, drop her kids off to, her mom's. As most kids do. Well, yeah, most adults do that. They drop their kids off to their to their moms or their parents or whatever to look after them while they go to work and stuff like that. You know how it go. And then the older people get, especially when it comes to grandparents, they're more. Yeah, some of them are strict, but they are less strict when it comes to their grandchildren. They spoil them rotten. They're not going to get the same level of treatment they treated their children. It's mad. I don't understand it. But anyway, all I'm going to say, if you want to learn more information on that, click the link in the description box below, yeah, where it says become a member of the Alkebulantrust. There's going to be a course to do with parenting there. There's going to be a course to do with roles and relationships there as well. So you learn all those vital pieces of information. Preparation is key to elevation, all right? So hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, because you never know the video you suggest might just be next. And listen, all I'm going to say is that topic was a very interesting topic, yeah? All I can say is that it was a very interesting topic.